Book of Ka by StoryMan-Jack. Episode 3, Blood and Shadows. Two guards knelt before the Rhal of Antica's simple chair. Torchlight flickered, casting restless shadows on the stark gray stone. Tapestries of the old tech wars hung sporadically, relics of ancient bloodshed that seemed to whisper of forgotten violence. The Rhal, draped in black robes and wearing a steel mask, sat rigidly. His visible skin was raw and desiccated, black veins crawling from under his mask. His grating voice shattered the silence. "You saw and heard nothing? Do not lie to me."
"No, my lord," one of the guards stammered. "One moment we were watching the darkness, and then we woke with pounding headaches. We remember nothing else."
The Rhal's silence was suffocating every second it lasted. "Kill them," he finally snarled, his rage palpable in the air. The ecstasy of the Rhal's power quickened his body's corruption, but he relished the destruction it brought. Two advisors in crimson robes stepped forward, moving in eerie synchronization. Heavy, curved blades flashed, and with cold precision they slit the guards' throats. Blood spattered, yet they remained emotionless, their actions chillingly mechanical. "Bring me the monk," the Rhal commanded, his voice echoing ominously behind the steel mask. The brutal execution transitioned seamlessly into Master Ito's interrogation, underscoring the Rhal's unrelenting tyranny. An elderly, round-faced man was escorted in and forced to kneel in the pool of blood of the guards. The bodies still twitched around him, a grotesque reminder of their swift fate. "Ito," the Rhal's gravelly voice resonated. "Where is your student hiding?" Master Ito lifted his chin, unafraid, his principles unyielding. "Which student?" he asked, defiance edging the calm in his voice. The Rhal leaned forward, a sinister smile behind his mask. "Must we play games? You know me, and I know you too well for such wastes of time." His amusement barely masked by the rising fury coursing through him. "He seeks his own path," Ito replied steadily. "Every man must find the way that fosters his own growth." "Do you think tired quotes will stay my hand?" the Rhal snapped. "Superstitious philosophy won't deter my purpose. Where did he go?"
"I never questioned his path," Ito responded calmly. "It remains unknown, even unto him."
"First the boy," one advisor stepped forward, his stony face betraying a gleam of violent hunger. "Then the slave girl, and now this warrior monk." "Indeed." The Rhal leaned back. "Hang the guards' bodies above the western gate. And this man, hang this monk above his precious monastery until his neck stretches."
"My path only begins anew," Ito intoned as soldiers drug him away. "Your days will be washed in pain, for beyond darkness for you only lies more darkness."
"Platitudes," another advisor muttered disdainfully. The guards, clad in dark, foreboding livery, marked with the Rhal's insignia, moved with disciplined precision. Only their hardened eyes were visible beneath their helmets. As they dragged the bodies away, the metallic clink of their armor echoed, a reminder of the Rhal's brutality. "Captain," the Rhal commanded, "send your triad into the desert. Find this Kazashi, the boy and the girl. Dead or alive, they will face my justice. The boy and girl are runaway slaves. The Kazashi, inform him he is under detention for murder." He paused, letting the weight of his words settle. Let the man know that it was his actions that sealed his master's fate. "The Triad's justice is the Rhal's justice," the captain pledged, striking his chest in salute. Without acknowledging his advisors, the Rhal stood, turned, and powerfully strode back to the back of the room, exiting into his private quarters of the Citadel. The Rhal entered a richly adorned room, its torchlight softened by gold-trimmed linens. He knelt before an ancient Rome figure whose blackened, blood-crusted skin hinted at a heart-pumping dark sludge beneath his own mask. "Master," the Rhal murmured, pressing his forehead to the floor in desperate genuflection. "Did you find the boy of your dark dreams?" the High Rhal's raspy voice whispered, laden with menace. "No, my lord," the Rhal admitted, fear lacing his words. "They say he wandered out into the desert, where he surely perished." "Failure," the old figure intoned, dripping with contempt. "Yes, my lord," the Rhal admitted, no inflection of his fear in his voice. "And what else have you to report?" the High Rhal demanded, anger simmering. "A girl, and my top candidate for Kogai, escaped themselves into the waste," the Rhal reported urgently. "We have also found the artifact's trail and expect to uncover it within a few months. The diggers continue their work," he said, like it was reciting a list. "Did you dream of the girl or the warrior before they disappeared?" the High Rhal asked, a knowing edge in his voice. "I did, my lord," the Rhal replied, his voice steady. "And just who is this girl?" the High Rhal demanded, as if he already knew the answer. "She is of my seed, trained as a concubine," the Rhal admitted, not a hint of shame in his voice. "I ringed the bitch myself." "Those three will touch power soon," the High Rhal growled ominously. "You must seek them out in your power, in the Rhal. Find them before that happens." "I have already sent a triad, my lord," the Rhal said urgently, sweat rolling from under his mask. "And use your power to send another. The first will fail," the master ordered. "I have foreseen this." "Yes, master," the Rhal, still prostrate, intoned, and then asked anxiously, "And the second triad? What do you foresee of the second?" "Don't question me," the frail figure stated, a sinister edge in his voice. "No, my lord," the Rhal protested without fear. The old man could not see that far. "I do feel fear. It rolls off you in waves, little Rhal," he sneered. "The goddess who went dark before the sun failed will return." The Rhal knew this well. After the breaking, those tasked with the goddess's return founded the 7 cities, each guarding a lost artifact, a piece of the puzzle, if you will. The Rhals ruled these cities with iron grips, their power tied to the artifact's discovery. "Soon the sun's pulsing will cease,
The flares will stop, and though through the Rhal we will awaken her. You are the last to find your piece of the machine.
Yes, master, the Rhal intoned solemnly.
Rise, little Corbin Rhal,
the ancient figure commanded. The Rhal rose, his eyes downcast, unable to meet the ancient master's gaze.
One thing you must understand, little Rhal.
Master, the Rhal asked anxiously.
As the time nears, there will be certain forces that will try to thwart our purpose. I will not let 3 children threaten a plan 3,000 years in the making.
No, my lord, the Rhal agreed, bowing his own head.
I will stay until your artifact is found, so that I may accompany it back to the capital,
the figure growled. All I have is yours, my master. The Rhal bowed again, formally and at his waist.
Of course, little Rhal, you serve me after all. Deal with these 3 before they become more than they were ever meant to be.
Yes, my master, the Rhal resolved.
Remember, Corbin Rhal, it will take all of our power to awaken the goddess. It would be a shame to delay because I had to kill you and find a replacement. They are not under every rock.
Fear nearly overwhelmed the Rhal of Antica, and his dark master smiled, savoring the flavor of it. Yes, my master, was all that Corbin Rhal could manage.